What's going on, everybody? Sparky 991 coming to another video, coming at you with another report out of Philadelphia. So Howie Roseman spoke about Carson Wentz and his desire to sign Carson Wentz to a long-term contract, and he wants to get this contract done as soon as possible. He said, that we have our quarterback, our franchise quarterback. We believe strongly that Carson Wentz is our franchise quarterback, and we want him in Philadelphia for the long term, which obviously is not a surprise that, that's the way the Eagles feel. We gave up a whole lot for, Carson Wentz in the 2016 draft, trading up with the Cleveland Browns for him. So the Eagles gave up a whole lot for Carson Wentz. So it was definitely no surprise that the Eagles decided to move on from, decided to let Nick Foles walk in free agency. And they are banking on Carson Wentz coming back healthy and being the quarterback that we know he's capable of being. Returning back to that amazing MVP form that he had in 2017. Carson Wentz has basically 2 years left on his contract. The Eagles cannot exercise his fifth-year option in 2020. So basically, 2 years on his contract he has. Carson Wentz is scheduled to make $720,000 in 2019, and like I said, they have a fifth-year option. They can keep it for 2020. Howie Roseman, like I said, spoke about his desire to lock down Wentz to a long-term contract, and according to reports, man, Carson Wentz could possibly be the first $200 million man in NFL history, which is absolutely insane. By far the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. You look at the market for these quarterbacks, they're going up and up and up every year. So yeah, he's gonna be looking for a major payday, especially if he plays well in the next 2 years. My thoughts on this, man, wait, let's see what Carson Wentz does, not just in 2019, but also in 2020. I like the guy, don't get me wrong. I know I'm going to get a little slack for this because a lot of Eagle fans like to put Carson Wentz on a pedestal like he's Jesus and he's above criticism. But my thoughts on this, man, is like this. Let Carson Wentz prove himself on that field. Let him earn that contract. Do not extend Carson Wentz right now. He, just in my honest opinion, Carson Wentz does not deserve an extension right now. We know what the guy's capable of. We know that he's going to be a We know that he has the potential to be a very, very good quarterback. One of the top quarterbacks in the game. We all know that. But the guy's coming off of a torn ACL and the back injury. His second year the torn ACL. His third year he had the back injury. And I know a lot of people want to bring up stats last year, but Carson Wentz was not Carson Wentz last year. Anybody with a brain in their head, man, could see that Carson Wentz was definitely not the Carson Wentz that we were accustomed to. He was clearly still dealing with injuries. He was clearly rushed back way too soon. So Carson Wentz, in my opinion, he has more he has to prove, man. He has not only proved that he can return back to his MVP form, but he also has to prove that he could deliver in the clutch. Because I already know a lot of Eagle fans want to blame the defense for a lot of the losses last year, but this offense last year only averaged 20 points per game with Carson Wentz out there. 20 points per game or less with Carson Wentz out there. The offense was not clicking at all, and anybody can see that, man. It was not clicking at all. And I know a lot of people want to blame the defense for the losses in against the Panthers and the Titans and stuff, but Carson Wentz did not deliver in the clutch, man. I hate to break that to a lot of Eagle fans, but he has not yet shown that he could be clutch. And that's what you pay the your franchise quarterback to be. You pay them to step up when the game is on the line and win the game for you. Carson Wentz has not shown that yet. And I know a lot of Eagle fans are not going to like that, but it's the facts. You can blame the defense all you want, especially for that game against the Panthers. But when the offense only puts up 17 points through 3 quarters and your defense is sitting on the field, because your offense is going stale with constant 3 and outs, it's only so much from your defense that you can expect, man. At some point, they're going to break when they're on the field that much. So I love Carson. I still believe strongly in Carson, but he had the opportunity to still win that game at the end, but he made some terrible decision making. He threw in double coverage twice, trying to force the football to Alshon Jeffrey, and then on the last play of the game, he had an easy, and I mean an easy, first down completion for, Wendell Smallwood, which would have kept the drive going. But he instead tried to force the football again in the end zone. That's not clutch. That's not what clutch quarterbacks do. Just bad decision making right there, man. And Wentz still has work to do on his arm, his accuracy. His accuracy is still, we know he has the cannon. He definitely has an arm, but his accuracy is still all over the place. His arm, it's all over the place, man. He has to work on that accuracy. He has to work on the mechanics there, man. Having Deshaun Jackson here next year, hopefully, it's going to be a huge help for Carson Wentz and his confidence. Like I said, man, I'm not here to bash Carson Wentz. I'm just here to call it out the way I see it, man. The guy is not ready for a big extension yet. Let him go out there and prove it on the field in 2019 and 2020. He goes out there and he shows that he is definitely a clutch quarterback that could deliver. Then you give him that master contract. You give him that monster contract, because at that point he earned it. So if they sign Carson Wentz to a big contract right now, it's gonna be very disappointing for me, because I do believe in Carson Wentz. I still do believe that he is the guy of the future for us, man. But he still has a whole lot to show before I could be 100% convinced that, yes, this guy is in fact the guy who's gonna lead us to multiple titles, in the future. He's yet to play in a playoff game in his career. That was obviously, the year of the 2017 season. His play helped lead us to the playoffs, obviously, but at the end of the day, he didn't play. Nick Foles came in and finished that magical season for us. So Carson Wentz has got to prove that he can stay on the field. He has to prove that he can stay on the field, man. The injuries have been piling up on him, and this goes before NFL. He had his share of injuries in college as well, so he has to prove to me, he has to prove in general, man, that he can stay healthy, he can deliver in clutch, show that leadership that the franchise quarterback, you expect your franchise quarterback to show. I love the guy. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. I think, with time and experience, he could possibly be the best. He could be the best quarterback in the league. And he could definitely be the best quarterback in Eagles history by far, if he improves on the things that I just said, man. He has quite a bit of improvements to make, man. And right now that contract right now, giving him a contract extension is just a bad idea right now at this moment. Let him go out there and show it on the field before you throw a whole lot of money at him, because the moment you throw a lot of money at Carson Wentz, you're stuck with him. Bottom line, you're stuck with him. You're absolutely stuck with him. The moment you throw a whole lot of money at him and it doesn't turn out well, that's a lot of money going down the drain. Plain and simple. You're stuck with him the moment you lock him down to a big, long-term contract. So, let him go out there and earn that contract by his performance on the field. Earn that contract with his play on the field. So, yeah. Well, like I said, Howie Roseman said that, that's their goal now, is to get Carson Wentz locked down to a long-term contract. Hopefully he waits until, like I said, after this, at least after this season, at least after this year. I would still say wait till after his fifth year, just to make sure that he's definitely back to form. Staying healthy is going to be a start, man. But yeah, that's all I had to say, man. I just had to get my thoughts on, the big contract that is looming for Carson Wentz. He's going to get a massive payday, especially if he plays to his, he plays to what we know he's capable of playing to. So, yeah, like I said, I would just hold off on getting him a contract until, these next 2 years, where he goes out there and he proves it with his play on the field. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think we should give Carson a big contract right now? Or do you agree with me that we should wait, these next 2 years before we give him a contract? Any breaking news from the Eagles come out, of course, you guys know I'd be here. But as always, man, flag or fly, go those birds. I believe in you still, Carson. I believe in you 100%. But go prove it on the field, man. Go prove what you play on the field. I'm out of here. Peace.